What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 9. And today we're going to be talking about just the week 1 of free agency. I'm recording this on Monday, and I'm going to talk about each day I'm going to record a new thing of everything that's happened. So, I'm going to record all of Monday right now. Then tomorrow will be Tuesday, so I'll record all the stuff that happened Tuesday, and I'll just do that. But Monday, it's been a really packed day so far. A lot of stuff has happened with this team. So let's get right into it. So first thing I want to talk about is we signed Robert Hunt, which is a great pickup. I love this dude. I made a video, or one of the past videos I've made, I talked about him. I made a video on my TikTok, and I talked about him, saying I want to pick him up. I think he's a great guy. He has a great pass protection. You saw him the Dolphins protecting Tua. He let up 4 sacks since 2022, which I think that's when he starting was 2022, and he let up only 4 sacks since then, which I think is great. And he looks like a great lineman. Obviously a big improvement from what we had. I'm not mad at this at all. I do think he's a little overpaid. We gave him $100 million for 5 years, but at the same time, that's $20 million every year. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I like this pickup a lot. I think Dan Morgan really cooked on this one. But I'm gonna try and get some clips to show y'all. And if you want to see more about what I said about Robert Hunt, I would try and find the video, and I'll put it over the screen what video it is where I talked about him. But I also have a TikTok that you can go look where I made a video of him quite a while ago. But I'll link that clip in there too in the description. But I think Robert Hunt's going to be great for us. He's like I've said, a great pass protector. He's a great kick step. He only allowed 4 sacks, like I said, and I think this is really great because if we're able to draft Tanner Bartolone as center, I think it'll be a great mentor toward Tanner and be able to really help train him and be kind of like that veteran. But he's not really a veteran, but be kind of like that. Like I said, just kind of mentor to him and just to help him out. I think this line's looking good. We got Icky. Now we got Robert Hunt. Hopefully, I hope we can get Tanner, and then we'll have Austin Corbett and then Taylor Moton. I think that's going to be a great offensive line, way better than what we did this year. But we just got to see. We got to see how it works out. That's all I got to say about Robert Hunt. Now let's talk about the defensive side of things, and let's talk about Brian Burns. So about Brian Burns, we traded him to the New York Giants for a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. And I'm honestly really mad about this. It's a stupid decision, trading him for only a 2nd and a 5th round when the Rams offered us 2 first-round picks and we didn't take that. This is a stupid trade, in my opinion. Obviously, I knew we were not going to get a first-round pick for him from the Giants because they had the 6th overall pick. I know they're not giving that up. Brian Burns had a down year. I already knew I was going to accept that. But I was hoping to get at least 2 second-round picks, something good out of it. But a 5th-round pick, dude, it's just insane to me. I cannot believe this. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This team, this franchise is so unbelievably stupid. We did the same thing with McCaffrey. We didn't get a single first round McCaffrey either. I don't understand what goes through this team's mind when trading people. We trade our star players and we get nothing out of it. It makes 0 sense to me. But, Brian Burns is out the team. We got another 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. So, maybe that 2nd-round pick can help us pick up, a good wide receiver or a good lineman. We already have the 33. We had the 33rd pick and now the 39th pick. So hopefully we can get, good wide receiver and then maybe Tanner. Maybe we could get Tanner, like I was talking about earlier. But, dude, this kind of makes me mad. But I guess we got to see. We're just slowly just messing this whole team up, and it's so dumb. But, trade Brian Burns for a whole bunch of nothing. I don't really have much to say about it. I'm just really mad about it. I don't know. I don't understand why this team does this. I don't know what goes through this team's head when trading a player. But, dude, that's about all about the Brian Burns situation. But they paid him $150 million. That makes him the 2nd highest end in the league right now. And honestly, I do not think he's worth $150 million. I think he's signed to a 4-year, 5-year deal. I think maybe 3-year. But I don't think he's worth that kind of money. But I still think we should have traded with the Rams and got the 2 first-round picks from the Rams, but for some reason we didn't. And that's what really ticks me off is when we had a great decision and then we had a bad decision, and we went with the bad decision. But it is what it is, I guess. It really ticks me off. But yeah, now that's it about Brian Burns. Let's talk about Frankie Louvu. So the whole thing about Frankie Louvu is I don't really think this is Dan's fault. I think this is Frankie wanted to leave. Because Dan Morgan said in the beginning when he got signed or when he got hired that his main priority was to re-sign Louvu. And I know he tried to go after Louvu. I'm sure they just couldn't meet on a contract. So Louvu walked. Which, I can't really blame him. We had a bad year last year. He wants to win. But he went to the Washington Commanders for 3 years. If you want to win, that is one of the last franchises you should go to is the Commanders. But, I don't know. Maybe they're just giving him a way better contract than we were offering. But, this Louvu hurts way more than Birds. I loved Louvu. He had the mentality of a dog, dude. He was one of our, if not the best defensive player this year. Actually, I think Derek Brown was the best. I think Louvu was right behind that. He was a great. He was what a Panther should be. He had dedication. He had grit. He had hard work. I love Lulu. He was a great player for us. He really helped this defense be the top 5 defense we were this year. He was good at reading the plays. He was fast. He hit hard. It's gonna really suck seeing him go because now we got a whole bunch of nobodies. Hopefully, I really hope we can make some signings here. Patrick Queen, I'm pretty sure Patrick Queen has shown interest in us. Hopefully, Dan Moore can capitalize on that and bring him in so we can have Shaq Thompson and Queen together. I would love that. But it's going to really hurt seeing Frankie go no matter what. I loved him as a player. I loved him as a person. He was, like I said, he was what a Panther should be. But I also, like I was saying earlier, I think Dan Morgan tried because that was his top priority was Louvu. And I just don't think they could get a contract done. And that really sucks, man, because we really needed Louvu on this team. He was a great linebacker for us. But, we'll get to see what happens. We know we still got, this is only the first day of free agency. It's Monday. So maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, Dan Moore can make a move and get some linebackers. Or, hey, maybe later on he can do a move and get some linebackers. But we're going to have to see what happens. It sucks to see Frankie go. I just don't know why he went to the Commanders at all places. I guess it was the money, but yeah, man, it sucks. But there's also one more defensive player we had to talk about, and let's go ahead and talk about that. So the next player to leave is Yetur Gross-Matos, and this really sucks too because now all of our ends that we had, all of our edge rushers are now gone. So now we have all these bench players in, and all these mediocre players in. People I've honestly never heard of, but this is gonna suck too, because he might not have been the best player, but he was also always like there to make a play when he needed to. He was there to fill the holes. He was there to just cause disruption in the line and put pressure on the quarterback when he needed to. He was a good, well-rounded player, but he wasn't obviously the best player on the team. Which it also kind of sucks because. I would like to have at least some form of starter that was on this team last year on defense to be on this team still, but it looks like everyone's just leaving at this point. He signed to the 49ers, by the way, if I didn't say that. But I think that was also a 3-year deal for him. But, it's not like a really big thing with him. He was all right, but, we can get over it. We can find someone to replace him. Hopefully. It's just our biggest spots right now is filling in that linebacker position where Louvu was at and filling in that edge place where Brian was at. Those are our 2 biggest things right now. It really sucks because this day started off really good with Robert Hunt, the signing with him, and then it went down here very fast with trading Brian Burns for nothing. Frankie walked in, and then now Yetur is now gone. So let's just see if this day gets any worse. But that's all that's happened on Monday, and I'll be back tomorrow on Tuesday. It's currently 10:30 at night right now, and I'm going to be talking quiet because I just want to get this. I don't want to forget this in the morning. But the Panthers have just signed Damian Lewis. He's a guard from the Seahawks. Again, I'm sorry for talking quiet right now, but I just want to go ahead and do this so I don't forget in the morning. It's a late night signing. Damian Lewis, he's a great pass protector as well, which is great because it's what we need for the offensive line is pass protectors. And so what the new offensive line is going to look like is left tackle Icky, left guard Robert Hunt, center Austin Corbett, right guard Damian Lewis, right tackle Moden. That's right now before the draft. If we do draft Tanner, or if we do draft another lineman, I'm sure he'll be alternated in between, or just be a backup in general. But yeah, he looks like a great pickup in my opinion. He has a good kick step as well. Like I said, great pass protector, which is what we need. We need just pass protectors on this team to protect Bryce. And yeah, again, I'm sorry for talking quiet in this clip, but I just didn't want to forget it in the morning. And this was a late night signing, and I just wanted to get it out the way. But yeah. So it is currently 3 o'clock, and it's midday of Tuesday, and we have done nothing besides sign with one player, and it's a defensive tackle, Ashawn Robinson. I think he plays for the Jets now. He used to play for the Rams. I think Evero kind of wanted this. He's not really the best DT. But there's definitely people out there that are better than him. He's not really a pass rusher. He had 0 sacks, not really that many pressures. He's definitely a run stopper, though. He can definitely fill those gaps up. But at the same time, DTs don't really they aren't really meant for sacking the quarterback and because they don't really sack the whole time. They usually sit there in the gaps, fill the holes, make sure they don't have any. You know what I mean? They're not focused on pass rushing. DTs are usually just to fill the gaps, which apparently this guy, after some clips I looked at him, he's really good at doing that. He's good at filling gaps. He's good at run stopping. So I think him and DB together, that's going to be a great little combo. But I think really need to finish on focusing on edge rushers and linebackers right now. And there's one person we're meeting with tomorrow, and I'll talk about that in the next clip. But yeah, we got Ashawn Robinson. I guess we're going to see how it plays out with him. Like I said, he had no sacks, not really a pressure DT. He's more of a run stopper. But we're going to see how it works. I wish we've done some better stuff with our free agency so far. We've released our whole heart of our defense. We're going to see how it goes. So the Panthers picked up Joey Jewell. He's a linebacker from the Broncos, and honestly, he's a solid guy. He had 8 sacks this season. He's had 24 sacks in the past 4 years. He can bring pressure on him. Like I said, he's fast. He's a hard hitter. He's known for this one clip against Derrick Henry for absolutely rocking him. But yeah, looking at his stats, he only played 13 games last season and had better stats than Luvu in everything besides forced fumble, and they were tied. So honestly, I'm happy with this pickup. Really good signing in my opinion. Yeah, I think Dan Morgan's starting to, learn because he was with the assistant with Scott, so it was kind of already messed up. He already had his mind messed up on what to do. Scott, really messed him up. But I think Dan's starting to understand, listen to the fans, get on the right path and stuff. So I'm giving Dan some slack. So we also picked up Deontay Johnson, and I honestly think this is a good pickup too. I don't think he's a wide receiver 1, but he is a very good wide receiver 2. So I think we'll have Adam Thielen, then Deontay Johnson, and then O.J. Mingo. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. We're probably going to draft a wide receiver, or we might even sign another wide receiver. Who knows? But I like Deontay Johnson. He's ranked 7th in separation. I think he's a good route runner, very shifty guy. So another solid pickup. Like I said, Dan Morgan's been cooking lately. He's making up for some of his, letting Luvu walk, letting Chin walk, trading Burns. Honestly, I don't really have a problem with Burns being traded. It's just Luvu. I loved Lulu. Every Panthers fan loved Lulu. And then it's just Chin. Chin was also a great player. But it is what it is. Yeah, I can't wait to see Deontay Johnson and Bryce Young together, getting some connection together. Johnson creating separation, getting touchdowns and stuff. I'm really hoping the season's starting to look a lot more promising. I just hope we can upgrade this defense a little more because we're losing a lot of key factors. But yeah, that's about it for Tuesday so far. I'm recording this little segment at 10:45 at night, but yeah, that's it for this little segment of Tuesday. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If there's another late night signing like there was yesterday, I'll get onto it. But as of right now, there's no more signings. It's 11 o'clock, and I'll see you tomorrow at Wednesday. So it's currently Thursday at 2:40, and nothing really happened at all yesterday, which was Wednesday. Nothing happened at all, and nothing's happened so far today. So I don't know. There's been a couple rumors around. Today we're talking to Chase Young and Clowney and DJ Wonnum, I think, from the Vikings. So we're talking to 3 edge rushers, or one's a linebacker, and then the other 2 are edge rushers. So that's all that's been happening the past 2 days. Nothing, no signings have happened or anything, but I'll keep it updated. The Panthers just signed DJ Wonnum for the Vikings. He's going to replace. He's an edge rusher, so he's probably going to replace Burns. And honestly, I'm loving this signing. Since 2021, he's gotten 20 sacks, 40 quarterback hits, 19 tackle for losses, and 1 defensive touchdown. He's played 70% of the total defensive snaps. And yeah, he's a dog, dude. I think this is a good pickup. And then we're still talking to Chase Young and Clowney. And I think if we get one of those 2 as well, it's going to be I think we really got right back on par to where we were with his defense. That's if Chase Young tries and gives effort. Recently, Chase Young hasn't been trying as much. You've seen the clips on the Niners. I've talked about this on my TikTok. But, yeah, dude, I love this DJ signing. He looks like a great edge rusher. I can't wait to see what he does with us. And, yeah. One more thing about DJ is I've noticed that people are saying he's a good rotational piece, and I can agree with this. He's great at putting pressure on that quarterback. He can get to the quarterback fast. He has power. And, yeah, just look at the clips. You can watch the highlights. I'm going to put some clips on here so y'all can see some of his best highlights. But, yeah, he can get to that quarterback. He can put pressure on that quarterback, force a throw out of him. And, yeah, like I said, we're going to see what he does with this team, and I'm pretty excited. Dan Morgan's been doing some really good moves recently, and I'm really happy with it so far. We got to see how it plays out. Yeah. So the Panthers picked up Kalavin Chasen, and I could probably completely butcher that name. But he's on the Jaguars. And honestly, I don't really know how to think about this pick. We had a lot of better options on the table. And for some reason, we took him. We had Chase Young or Clowney. But I guess we got to see how it works out. Watching his highlights, he kind of, I don't know, he kind of doesn't give as much effort as some of the other people we had. But, I guess we can't really judge anything. A change of scenery might be able to change how he plays. We got to just see how this goes. And by the way, it's Friday, so the clip I just talked about happened Friday, and today we also got Jordan Fuller. He's a safety to replace Von's Bell or Jeremy Chin spot. Honestly, I like this pickup as well. He's very underrated safety. He has good coverage, but sometimes he does get burnt on routes or he misses some things he should be able to cover. But like I always said, you can always improve. Maybe a change of scenery can help it. But we got to see what happens. And I'm starting to like what Dan Morgan's doing. Dan Morgan's doing a lot of good stuff so far, and I'm not mad at it at all. And I can't wait for the season to start. And, yeah. And I just want to say that 48% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel that watch my videos. I just want to ask you to please hit that subscribe button right now. And thank you for watching this video. And if you watched it all the way through, I appreciate you so much. And thank you. Well, that is everybody we signed. We had nothing happen Saturday, nothing happened Sunday. But, yeah, that's everyone we signed this week of week 1 of free agency. I'm pretty happy with the people we've signed. There's some people that I'm questionable about on why we did sign. And then there's some things I'm questionable about, like why we didn't re-sign Luvu or why we didn't re-sign Chin or stuff like that. But, I trust Dan Morgan. This free agency has been pretty good so far. And, yeah, it's looking pretty positive. I can't wait for the season. And thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.